India certainly has some of its own and ancient mysteries still unsolved. Hey guys, Manish here from 10 cents. Today I have something thrilling, something which will creep you for a bit, but you will be amazed and more interested to know these unsolved mysteries of India which you probably didn't know. On number 10, the Jodhpur Sonic Boom. December 18, 2012, Jodhpur. This is the day that all the people of Jodhpur and the outskirts of Jodhpur will remember for their lifetime. Precisely at 11:25 am, there was a sound. A boom of a sonic jet, or if you may, supersonic jet. This mind-boggling sound was heard in Jodhpur and outskirts of Jodhpur as well. This was something which nobody till date can explain, and still people are searching for answers for what caused this supersonic boom in the city that fine morning. The sound was just like a sonic jet passing by, with the speed of the sound, like a huge explosion. That year was the Mayan calendar's end, which is why the people thought that the world's gonna end. Well, that wasn't the case. There could not be any supersonic planes around because that is a residential place and that's a no-fly zone for supersonics and even planes. A sonic jet can cause enormous amount of damage to the properties in the town. The government was and still is positive about the fact that the sound was not from any plane or a jet. This was also not a drill from the Air Force. This occurrence has no explanation. We can apply some theories like thunder or sonic jets and come what may, but the truth is none of those theories can ever be applied and it is still a mystery. Moving on to number 9, death of Subhash Chandra Bose. Subhash Chandra Bose, the Indian nationalist leader, one of the great people of India, died on 18th August 1945 from a plane crash. Or did he? There are many conspiracy theories that state Subhash Chandra Bose was still alive till 1985 or 88. Many people said that he did not die in the plane crash. He was not even there in the plane. The only reason these theories came up is because no remains were found, especially of Subhash Chandra Bose. One of the theories is Bose himself planned his death hoax to return and become a sadhu. The most famous theory states that Bose was in an asylum with the Soviet. He was also seen parading with the Chinese Red Army. Some say that he also attended Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru's cremation ceremony. Well, there are so many theories that even hours of videos will not be enough to explain. What do you think? Is it real or is it a hoax? Moving on to number 8. Now this one is kinda creepy and it could creep you out. Is known as Bullet Baba. 50 kilometers away from Jodhpur, this is a 350cc Royal Enfield bike which is a shrine. Every day many devotees come here to pray for their safe journey. How this happened? On December 2nd, 1991, Om Baba, formerly known as Om Singh Rathore, was traveling from town to Chotilya, and on the way he lost control of his bike and hit a tree and died instantly. The bike fell into a ditch. What's creepy is when the local police took the bike to the police station after the accident, other morning the bike was not there. Everyone thought that someone stole it, but it was found at the same exact place of the accident of Om Baba. And the creepiest part is, every time the bike was taken to the police station, the next morning the bike would show up at the exact same spot. Now the police is smart, so they put chains, they lock the bike, they remove battery, they remove fuel, every possible thing to prevent the bike from moving, but the bike would find its way back to the accidental spot. Many people started believing that it is a miracle, and now the travelers stop by and pray for their safe journey. What do you think? On number 7 is Prahlad Jani, a man who can live without food and water for many years. Prahlad Jani is a sadhu and says that he has special powers to live without food and water. Jani left his home in Rajasthan when he was 7 and went to live his further life in the jungle. He followed the Hindu goddess Amba. He believes that the goddess Amba gives him a liquid substance or water, which is why he can live without food and water. People did not believe it. Even we could not believe it. I mean, how can a living thing live without food and water for years? So Dr. Sudhir Shah conducted 2 observations on Jani, one in 2003, another in 2010, where he was kept in a room to observe whether or not he can live without food and water. Doctors said that Jani can survive without food and water, but the studies of both the observations were not submitted to the scientific journal. Well, that's that, but there's another side to this story. Now, when Jani was in the observation room, he was allowed to gargle, he was allowed to take bath, he was also allowed to leave the sight of the camera camera to meet his devotees. Nobody was allowed in or out from the site. With this, the doctors said that he will be tested and observed further with doctors and scientists from US, Germany and Australia. And Johnny said he will cooperate with all the investigations. What do you think? Is it real or it's a hoax or is it fraud? Moving on to number 6, the hanging pillar. Have you seen any pillar through the bottom of which you can pass a pen or a paper? I'm talking about a strong old pillar on which a building is constructed. The pillar has the weight of the building from decades, but it's still hanging. This is true. There is a pillar in Lepakshi which hangs in a temple from medieval times. It is one of the wonders of Lepakshi. It's still a mystery how only this pillar still hangs. To prove it, people even pass papers and pens and other small stuff from the bottom of the pillar. This pillar is located in the Lepakshi temple in Anantapur district, Andhra Pradesh. On number 5 is Roopkund Lake. The Skeleton Lake is the local name of this glacial lake of Uttarakhand. The name is enough, I guess, to describe this mysterious lake. So let's break the suspense. More than hundreds of skeletons were found at the edge of this lake. And what's creepy and mysterious about this lake is it's approximately 5,000 meters or 16,499 feet above the sea level. In other words, it's nearly impossible to get a habitat or live there. But nevertheless, in 1942, about hundreds of skeletons were discovered at the edge of this lake by a ranger, H.K. Madhwo. The bones are from the late 19th century. There are many theories put together, like British authorities feared that these belong to the Japanese invasion force, but a study said that they are too old to be Japanese soldiers. There are more theories like some ritual led to the deaths of these many people, or it could be Kashmir's general Jorawar Singh and his men from 18th century who were returning home from a war, but they could never get home and were stuck here. Well, whatever theory we can state here, the spooky part is that for 6 months the ice covers all these skeletons. During summers when the ice melts, they show up again. On number 4, the cursed village of Kuldhura, an abandoned place, spooky houses since the early 19th century. The village of Kuldhura, which is said to be the cursed village by the people who once lived there. This place is in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan, the hometown of Paliwal Brahmins who first settled here and built this place. Then the village was left by the people for unknown reasons, and it is said that when they vanished or when they left the village, they also cursed this village so that no one else can move here and live here. If anybody does, they will die a brutal death. It is said that the village is haunted, so a paranormal team who stayed a night to observe, they observed talking spirits, moving shadows, haunting voices, and paranormal activities, which is why the place is now a tourist attraction. And apart from the tourists, the ghosts as well enjoy the place more, as there are cafes and folk dance performances that happen every day. Number 3, the 9 unknown. Propaganda, communication, gravity, light, cosmology, sociology. These were the 9 tasks of secret knowledge which were given to some 9 men by the great Emperor Ashoka. These secrets were only to preserve, or else they could cause a great catastrophe. Emperor Ashoka learned all this in his lifetime and never wanted to reveal the secrets to the public because it could cause only trouble for the world. So he formed a group of 9 men who vowed that they will keep these secrets of cutting-edge technology and world domination safe from the world. No one knows who these people were, nobody has ever seen them, and it is said that their descendants still keep the secret but are disguised and hidden from the world. Many writers wrote some novels on the story and claim that it is real. Well, I leave it for you to decide. On number 2, Konka La Pass. You know, when we talk about aliens, the first thing strikes our minds is either Area 51 or alien abductions that happen in the world. We always picturize either US or places with alien activities. But have you ever heard about a UFO base in India? Well, there is one. This place is said to be a UFO base known as Konka La Pass. This is also a no man's land as it is a border between India and China. Some people have claimed that they have sighted some UFO activities in the area, and both Indian government and Chinese government are hiding the truth. The governments do not want to disclose the truth about the UFO base to maintain peace, as they say. Nevertheless, UFO sightings were reported in the area many a times, like in 2004, geologists and glaciologists were performing expeditions and they claimed to have seen a robot-like figure which was 4 feet tall and moved vertically until it disappeared. In 2012, August and September, the border force and the Indian army saw UFOs in the area, and one 160-kilometer long ribbon-shaped object above the Pangong Lake. There are many people who claim to have sighted UFO activities in the area, but the truth nobody knows. What do you think? Is it a hoax or truth? But still, it is a mystery. And before we reveal our top pick for this list, do not forget to subscribe to our channel to stay tuned for more top 10s just like this one. On number 1 is Shanti Devi. Do you believe in past life? Have you ever thought what you were in your past life? Well, I certainly did. Every time I did, I ended up confused with no answers at all. Maybe there is, maybe there is not. But when you'll see this one, I'm sure you will get goosebumps. This is a real story of a woman who remembered her past life. When Shanti Devi was 4, she told her parents that her real home is in Mathura. Her parents thought that this is a little kid, never believed. But when she was 6, she ran away from home to reach Mathura to see her past life husband. Shanti was interviewed by the school where she said that she died giving birth to her child after 10 days. She remembered her husband's name, who was a merchant, Kedarnath. She also sounded like a person from Mathura. Then the headmaster of the school located the merchant by the name of Kedarnath, who had lost his wife 10 days after giving birth to a son. Then Mahatma Gandhi took over the case and sent a team with Shanti Devi to Mathura to investigate. When Shanti Devi, who was Lugdi Devi in her past life, she recognized her family members, grandparents, and she also found that Kedarnath was not keeping his promises that he made to Lugdi Devi on her deathbed. She then returned to her parents back to Delhi, and the report concluded that Shanti Devi was Lugdi Devi indeed, and she remembered her past life. Thank you for watching, and be sure to leave your comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more top 10s just like this one.